Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. The only college that teaches you life skills, business skills along with academics. I am Deepak here and my life is beautiful and stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Well, knowledge cannot create an experience, it can only validate an experience. Always believe it, that's the reality. Just because you have some knowledge, that does not mean you have an experience. Knowing about something and knowing something is very different. Knowing a how much ever that male gynecologist be the best in the world, he still knows about pregnancy. He will never know pregnancy because the male doctor. Likewise, a blind man can know about rainbow. He can know there is it's like an semicircle or hemisphere or a half hemisphere, or it has seven layers and seven colors and start from violet ends with red. He can know about rainbow, but he cannot know rainbow. We all can, in fact, we'll all know a lot about God. Maybe little more than God, but that does not mean we know God. Knowing about and knowing is very, very different. So knowledge cannot create an experience. It can only validate an experience. I discussed this in some sessions here and there. But yesterday, one very beautiful piece of wisdom that has been spoken worldwide in the context of Father's Day, I understood experientially last evening. So, world over Father's Day was celebrated, and I received a lot of messages, few phone calls, and it's a very beautiful feeling. So, one of the call that happened last yesterday afternoon or something spoke to one of the girl, and she has just lost her father maybe a year back or so, and she was very emotional about it. There's weakness in her voice. Um, Definitely Father's Day and you miss your father. We both had a common thing because I also had lost her. I also do not have a father. I lost him when I was 17 or something. So I also having thoughts of my dad, missing my dad, thinking about my dad. So was the case with her also. She also was missing her father. She was quite vocal about it. When always, women, girls are always vocal about their feelings. Men hold their feelings. I don't hold my feelings. I'm a different category altogether. But I'm listening to her and trying to empathize with her. I don't sympathize with people. I was empathizing with her. And she was sounding very weak, vulnerable. So I told her, then the teacher in me is much stronger than anything else. Every other thing which I do, every other role that I play is there. Good. But the strongest in me is my teacher. My teacher came out and I started telling her, why are you holding on to the memories of your dad on especially a Father's Day when such a beautiful feeling it is to celebrate Father's Day and you're feeling weak about it. I don't think that will be making a father feel good about the entire thing. They're up in the heavens. Why are you only looking on those memories? Because you're sounding weak, you're sounding vulnerable, you're sounding and ठीक है. I think losses are losses. Nothing can replace it, nothing can compensate it. But so we always try to explain from how you look at the entire thing. Such telling, once I lost my father, but I'm feeling very proud of my father. I feel very strong thinking about my father. I feel very inspired by the way my father lived. Every time I think of my father, I first comes to me is his smile, which I think I have inherited. The hard work, the way he had brilliant sense of humor, the way he used to relate with people. Leadership came so naturally to him, and the way he should to take care of my mom, and the way he used to make no, a lot of jovial moment in my house. He's the first one who started using the word darling that 35 years ago, 40 years ago. And nobody even dared to speak. He used to call me darling, call my mom darling sometimes. And whenever I think of my dad, I feel so strong, feel so So why are you feeling so vulnerable? Why don't you think of this moment when dad, taught you something or something inspirational? She said, no, at one end, she knew she is vulnerable. She's going through those emotions, which is making her feel very heavy. And on top of, I'm talking about something that why are you thinking in negative or feeling in negative? Why not on the positive side? She didn't have any word to say. Then I said, "ठीक है." Then I empathize. I say, okay, see if you can just shift your mood. Maybe go out with your brothers and sisters and just be some time and maybe come out of all these things. Okay, and the phone call ended. I was little, I was not disturbed. I was a little strange that why on the Father's Day somebody will feel like that and I am feeling like that. Then suddenly this quote, which we only have used in some of one of those, I think, marketing campaign for happy customers or on some social media pages recently, that father is a son's first hero and every daughter's first love. The moment the statement occurred to my mind, I was absolutely comfortable, released of my emotion. I was absolutely tranquil and realized that girl is a daughter. No, I'm a son. For me, my father is my hero, and how sons look at their fathers as their hero. So every time when you think of a hero, you'll feel very strong, motivated. And for a daughter, her first love is always dad. Love only makes you feel vulnerable. Love has its own beautiful vulnerability. Oh, बहुत नाजुक है वो. Such an, I don't know what word to use here, but in that instant I realized what she's going through is perfect. That's how a woman will go through thinking about her dad. And that's exactly what I am going through, and every boy must be going through, and every man must be going through, thinking about his dad because hero inspires. Hero, you admire them, you feel strong, you feel strength thinking about a hero. You don't feel weak. But what to do? Love has its own weaknesses. Love has its own vulnerability. Is like that. So I was absolutely, uh, mm, you know, released from this confusion. And immediately I messaged and told her, I think it's okay. You're going through exactly what a daughter should go through. I think I realized to me as a man, he's a hero. To you as a woman, it's your first love. You keep loving your dad. And I love the way you're loving your dad. I'm happy the way I'm feeling proud of my dad. So let your love for him make you a little vulnerable. I understand what love is. I also understand what heroism is. And this one experience was enough to understand the entire meaning of that beautiful statement that has been made on Father's Day. A father is every son's first hero and every daughter's first love. And I had experiences of both experientially. That line, I liked it. But today, it's an experience for me. Knowledge cannot create an experience, but yes, it definitely can validate an experience. If you also felt the same, and if somebody tried to made you feel awkward with that feeling, whether you are a girl or a boy listening to me, you know what I'm talking about. That belief, let's start this beautiful, beautiful day and beautiful, beautiful week. Here we go together. My system is not working properly. Okay, here we go. So guys, go set and go.